What's up, guys? Michael Dykes and Ryan Murphy here.
Hello.
With Summer Ridge Group. We're just a local business here in Colorado Springs, and we just want to tell you about some of the pros and cons of living in Colorado Springs. Whether it's for you, if it's not for you, we just want to highlight the things that we love and some of the things that could possibly be a negative. Some of the pros. Let's talk about that, man. I mean, that's just like, why would you start with the cons?
The thing that stands out the most in Colorado is the outdoors. I've been here for a long time. I've explored a lot of the state. We're really lucky here in Colorado Springs. We're kind of centrally located.
For sure.
We can be out of town in the mountains in no time up Highway 24. We don't have the nasty traffic of I-70 that people living in Denver deal with. I love to hike, bike, camp, I fly fish. I can do all of that in a little half-day trip if I wanted to. You don't have to make it a full-day thing.
Absolutely, man.
That's the nice thing, is that we're close. There's a lot to do. There's rafting, kayaking, you name it. Colorado has it. There's no ocean, but there's give and take everywhere.
And I mean, if you want to go somewhere just like right outside of the city, man, Woodland Park's about 30 minutes away. You can just get right out, man. I mean, you can hit Highway 24 from I-25. You can just get going, just take a little day trip like you were talking about, man. There's a winery up there. There's all kinds of cool stuff. You can go to the North Pole. That's something you can check out. That's something me and my family do quite often. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a ton of trails. There's a ton of bike trails. We got a ton of local breweries coming up, kind of like Goat Patch that we're at right now. Enjoying the refreshing Goat Patch IPA, which is dope. They have all kinds of brews that come up every single month. So that's just one of many, man. That's one of many perks to living in Colorado Springs, And I think that, I mean, in my opinion, I think that we've spoken about this before, man. You can get almost anywhere in 15 minutes.
Sure.
You're not going to see that in the bigger cities. You're not going to see that, shoot, even in Pueblo, man. I mean, Pueblo's awesome. The Springs is even doper, dude. I mean, it's easy. It's fun.
There's a lot to do in Colorado Springs. One of the things I really love, being a bartender for so long and being in the food and beverage industry, is how many new breweries, distilleries, restaurants are opening all of the time.
Absolutely.
And there's quite a bit of competition in town, which is really good, because if you're not on your A game, you're not going to last. So
that's how it is.
It's kind of safe to say that if you go try out a new place, they're on their game, and it's going to be good stuff. So it's exciting to see small businesses flourish right now, coming out of a pandemic. Especially for a hard-hit industry like food and beverage.
For sure, man. I mean, especially our downtown. I mean, I feel like it's almost like what didn't need to be gentrified has just been gentrified downtown. It's like we have all these new businesses, we have all these new breweries and eateries, things like Hawaii that are kind of like one of those buildings. It's kind of like when you go to the mall food court.
Yeah, it's like a big co-op, but it's like a really nice, casual but classy food court. That's a good way of describing it.
And it's just a nice place to live, man. I mean.
Yeah, and speaking of downtown, like one of the other good things, there's some brand new hotels, so there's more places to stay. So I get a lot of people downtown that are visiting because they hear about Colorado Springs. They're like, oh, I just stayed in this new hotel over here. I was like, I didn't even know they were open. That's awesome. We've got like a new Switchback Stadium, Vidner Field downtown. There's a new hockey arena, the Ed Robson Arena for CC.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know if that's open yet, but I know it's coming very soon. There's new museums. So we've got the Olympic and Paralympic Museum, which I've heard is amazing. I think it's like $20 to get in and see it. But
man.
I've heard you can spend a whole afternoon there and just get lost.
Family
Excited
friendly.
for that one. It's Colorado Springs has always been a nice place, but once you actually get out in the community and start talking to people, you'd be surprised how much there actually is to do here, especially downtown.
For sure.
Places like Goat Patch are a great place for that. Make some friends.
For sure.
Get some recommendations from your bartenders. That's kind of our thing.
Here we are talking about all the great things, man, and you're like, well, if you're going to talk about everything that's amazing, why don't you tell me, like, what's wrong? Like, why wouldn't I move here?
It seems like we have it all. The weather's great.
Weather's awesome.
The only real extreme weather we get is like hailstorms. The traffic's still not terrible.
Right.
Like real estate prices are pretty stable here and increasing in value. That's always good. That's what we're here to talk about a lot.
That's main goal.
We've got great colleges. You know, what don't we like about this place? It was kind of hard to come up with a list, but you know, to be smart and fair, you know, you got to pick your place apart a little bit. So we came up with a few.
Dun, dun, dun.
But most of these things are kind of growing pains. You see a lot of cities that are always making improvements, and I think that is where we're going to talk about some of this. Infrastructure, not a ton of bike lanes, can be a little dangerous for commuters, especially if you're on a bike.
For sure.
And traffic in general is not terrible. It's still a little stop and go. We don't have a huge freeway system.
For sure.
That's like a little bit irritating when you go to a nice big city and it's super easy to get around.
Absolutely.
But it still doesn't mean you can't be anywhere in 15 or 20 minutes in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And that's only going to get better. With the traffic, have you ever noticed, like, we are such a melting pot, and so there's this conglomerate of driving styles.
Yeah.
And so you get these people that are just like racing to the light and not using a turn signal. That can be frustrating.
Basically, you just never know who you're going to crash into.
But I mean, that's one of the things that makes our town beautiful as well, is that it is a melting pot, and you know, we get people from all over the country.
Right.
Public transportation. Do we have any?
We do. You know, it's not amazing. I mean, we do have a really great bus system. Back in my younger days, I used to take the bus all the time. You can pretty much get anywhere in the city that you need to go using the bus. We have things like Yellow Cab still. We have Uber. But for the most part, I'd say we're still kind of working on it.
We don't have any of those scooters.
Right.
We don't have scooters.
We need scooters.
Where are the scooters?
We gotta have some scooters.
I want to trash one of those things and throw it in a fountain. Funny stories about Denver and Portland. I've seen some funny things with that. But yeah, public transportation's not great. They've talked about putting in like a rail system from like Pueblo to Fort Collins.
Right.
That would be awesome.
For a long time.
Take the train to Denver, but we may not see that for a little while.
Right.
Also, our airport is kind of limited. That's one of the cons, I think. There's really only like 8 large markets that you can get direct flights to.
Right.
Otherwise, you're connecting. So, you know, typically it is a little more expensive to fly out of Colorado Springs. So it's still best, I guess, to get a ride to Denver if you want to save some money on airfare.
But it is way
Right.
more convenient to fly to Colorado Springs.
For sure.
With that-
Long-term parking is only still like a 5-minute walk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, with that being said, yep,
Mhm.
parking, not bad. So, also, what sports? We've got some good semi-pro sports, good college
Switchbacks,
sports.
baby.
Switchbacks, they're awesome. But no pro sports. So if you're a big sports buff, you're still going to have to drive to Denver to see the pros.
But
you
it's
know,
only like an hour and a half away, so.
yeah. Yeah, so, you know, we've got some good things, some bad things about town. Luckily, it makes our jobs really easy when there are a lot of good things happening here.
Oh, yes.
Um,
I mean, I almost feel like the things that are bad, they're really just like, I feel like somebody's going to see this video and be like,
Yeah, it'll improve.
well, those things are just very minute. You know?
Yeah,
It's
whatever.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
makes it fun.
no hurricanes, no earthquakes.
Right.
300 days of sunshine,
No volcanoes.
no volcanoes. Fun things to do. Good
Sometimes a ton of ghosts, though. I mean, there's a lot of older homes here.
food. You know, the secret is mostly out. So if you already know about Colorado Springs and plan on coming here, we welcome you. But just don't tell everybody you know.
Right.
We want to keep it a little bit of a secret. But yeah, thank you. If you have some other suggestions of what you love about Colorado Springs, what you don't love, please comment on those. Let us know. It's probably some things we haven't thought of, and maybe some new things to check out too.
Absolutely, man.
So.
You know, and even if you're just somebody seeing this video and you recognize us, we've bartended for, shoot, what?
15 plus years.
15 plus years. So I know some of you. Feel free to hit the like, hit subscribe, check us out, man. If any of you are looking to purchase a home, or if you're looking to sell your home, hit us up. If you guys want to just see what you can get qualified for, feel free to reach out to 123homeloan.com.
Mark, ask for Mark.
Yeah, ask for Mark, man. That's our dude. They're the good guys. But other than that, man, thanks for watching our video, checking us out. We look forward to hearing from all of you guys. If you have any questions, like Ryan said, Hit us up.
And please
So-
keep getting out there. Support your local small businesses. Keep it in the community. Let's make some friends.
That's what's up. Awesome. Well, hey, Michael Dykes and Ryan Murphy here. We're with Summer Ridge Group, drinking the Goat Patch IPA from Goat Patch Brewing. Like I said, I'm Michael Dykes. I'm your local bartending realtor. So I'll be here at least 3 days a week. Come and say what's up. So awesome. Well, hey, man. Thanks for checking us out.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.